Question: are y'all going to continue staying at these hotels?
Oh, why shouldn't we?
So all these hotels, so like while everybody was paying attention to the submarine and everything else that's going on in the news, every hotel that you go to when you go out of town, all the big name A-list ones, they all getting sued right now for trafficking kids. People finding floorboards with holes cut into tunnels, finding kids. So the reason why they found out somebody was at the Hilton, I think they was, I don't know what actual state, but they was at the Hilton. So they was wondering, like, she was trying to hang her coat up and her coat fell, but when it fell, it was like a little wire hooked on the coat. So she like, what the fuck? Come to find out it's a camera. So now she got to search in the room. They got little apps you can use on your phone to detect if it's cameras and all kind of shit. So she did that, found like 2 more, one in a little screw. She got to moving the furniture. One of the floorboards had like one of the pieces like cut out different from the shape of the whole design of the floor. When she pulled it up, her dude, like, look, he put the camera down there and it's like a whole little walkway you could jump down and walk through to air connected to every room. So he jumped down, he walked all the way through it, and ended up finding some kids.
Did some people get arrested for that right there?
The people at the hotel, they got arrested for it. So they start going to all the hotels throughout the whole United States and start finding that they be involved basically in like housing the sex trafficking shit. So when the people come with your kids in the midst and like trying to find them, they didn't already got them. So it's like that shit crazy. So
that's a wild shit.
That's good that the kids is not deceased though.
Yo, TikTok. I know a lot of y'all travel, a lot of y'all like to be on the road.
What?
Hotels and Airbnbs. But what I need y'all to know is this is a list of hotels. You got the Hilton, the Wyndham, the Days Inn, the Super 8, Best Western, Red Lion, Marriott, Choice Hotels, and Still Stay American, and Motel 6. What do all these hotels have in common? They're all being sued right now for human trafficking. They have been participants in human trafficking. But wait, that's not all. In some of these hotels, they have found tunnels in the closets.
Now, this is just heartbreaking and sickening and every other bad adjective you can think of, especially with everything that's been coming to the light as it relates to the movie Sound of Freedom and how it's really been putting a spotlight on what's really happening under our nose every single day. Millions and millions of humans being trafficked. But these are hotels that I've visited regularly throughout my life, traveling throughout the year. But it says 40 human trafficking lawsuits filed against hotel chains. And as of right now, more than 40 human trafficking lawsuits have been filed against hotel companies. It's a problem that's always been in the hospitality industry forever. Stephen Babin, the attorney who filed the lawsuit, said in Columbus, Ohio, more than 40 individual human trafficking lawsuits have been filed against hotel companies through attorney Stephen Babin and his law firm, Babin Law. Now, this is just one law firm, right? You know, I wonder how many other ones are out there. Babin, I'm sorry, I skipped the whole sentence. Babin said Ohio was the 4th largest state in the county for human trafficking, and more than 95% of it happens in hotels. Now, that's scary, man. Like, this definitely puts a dent on travel plans or even wanting to travel, especially with any of the hotels that was named up in here. And I was just telling my wife I'd be weirded out about Airbnbs just because I'm like, hey, it's an Airbnb. Really, I've just seen too many movies, but back to the point. I'm here to shed light on what's actually happening. Forget the comedy. There was even an instance a couple of months ago that the media was not promoting where a hotel clerk saved a woman from human trafficking.
Community leaders are honoring a front desk clerk at a local hotel for her courage in helping save a woman's life from sex trafficking.
Fox 9's Mary McGuire has more on the incredible act of bravery by both the worker and the victim.
Helping guests is a big part of the job for Eve Tao. It's mostly booking rooms and answering questions at the front desk of the Comfort Inn and Suites in Vadnais Heights. But last summer, the 22-year-old's attention and intuition helped save a woman's life.
He had turned his back away from the desk, and she kind of slid the note to me.
On a morning in mid-July, a woman discreetly passed something to Tao. She initially thought it was trash, but something made her take a second look. It was a note scribbled on the hotel stationery.
I'm not from here. He is my boyfriend. He is sex trafficking me. She doesn't have her phone, her wallet, her ID, or any of that with her because he has access to it.
Tao immediately contacted law enforcement.
I knew that if I called, that he would possibly come after me, and I was pretty scared.
With the Minnesota BCA's Human Trafficking Investigators Task Force spearheading the investigation, 27-year-old Larry Kona was arrested. Kona is now behind bars, serving a 3.5-year prison sentence.
We're here to honor Eve because she took action to help our local community.
On Tuesday, the Arden Hills Shoreview Rotary Club recognized Tao's courage with an award. Also at the ceremony was Special Agent Rachel Pearson, who leads the BCA's task force. She says recognizing the signs of human trafficking is critical for hospitality workers, who may be the first to notice when something isn't right.
Is that person that's with them holding all of their property, making all of the decisions? Do you see a lot of traffic going in and out of the hotel rooms where they're staying?
Shortly after receiving the award, Tao was already back to work. She says she's grateful she was able to help and play a small but pivotal part that day.
If I didn't do anything, God knows where she would be right now.
Reporting in Vadnais Heights, Mary McGuire, Fox 9.
Just an example of if you see something, say something and help.
Much love and respect for this woman and her courage and her ability to be able to catch on to her surroundings and see what's really happening. Obviously, this is just one incident. This isn't solving the whole human trafficking issue that we have in these hotels. However, this is all too common. And the one thing that pissed me off about this whole video that I just watched was the fact that they said that they gave this man 3 years. 3 fucking years for that. Like, that's way too light of a sentence for a crime like this, bro. It's like, how can you even make a deal with a human trafficker to be like, you know what, you lead us to the water, we'll let you off easy. Like, no. You ask me, sex trafficking should be automatic unalive sentence. But I gotta give much love and respect for both of those women, the victim and the clerk, for their bravery. Salute. And I pray for that clerk as well, because I don't know if she put herself in a crossfire of anything. You know, elites hate when you mess up their money. Yeah, I gotta leave you with this video. The signs of possible sex trafficking in hotels. Hey, we can never educate ourselves too much on this.
A big indicator of someone being trafficked is third-party control, right? That there's someone lurking in the background, controlling them, that there's someone controlling their movements. You can just notice from body language what's happening, even if the person doesn't say anything. So a child who is unusually subdued, or even just the way that a young person may be standing with another person, you can kind of tell is this person someone's trusted, or is this person someone they're comfortable with? Another indicator is 2 people walking into a hotel and not having luggage, right? And wanting to check into a hotel without luggage. It would just be a red flag. Sort of why would somebody do that? Another thing is finding a young person in a hotel room in the middle of a school day, which is quite a common one that housekeeping may see, which is why a lot of the people in hotels who are identifying these cases do tend to be housekeeping, because they may see a whole lot of condoms in the trash, they may see tons of extra towels being used, they may see drug and paraphernalia, or multiple computers or multiple keys from different hotels. They may also see men going to a hotel door and knocking on the door at regular intervals, or just an unusual pattern of visitation to a room is also an indicator.
Listen, man, you can never be too careful. And it's up to us to stay vigilant. And I know we're supposed to mind our business, but there's some times where we're supposed to mind our business, but that does not also mean be apathetic. This type of shit is happening up under our nose every single day. And I got to shout out to Sound of Freedom for releasing that movie and putting the world on notice. Not that we didn't know before, but however, it's making us realize, like, yo, we're not taking this serious enough. This needs to be a bigger issue. This needs to be talked about every single day. It's a sick world we live in, man.